Hey guys, welcome back. This is Z and you are watching Top 10. And in this episode today, we are going to talk about the continuation of yesterday's episode, which was Top 10 technologies to look forward to learn in the year 2020. So before any delays, let's keep it rolling. On number 5, we have IoT. IoT stands for Internet of Things. So in this, let me just tell you something about this technology. By the year 2020, we will have at least 75 billion devices around the globe connected just on Internet of Things technology. And this technology managed to grasp a position in the top 10 for the last couple of years, and it is here to stay for a couple of more years. So let's talk about edge computing when we talk about Internet of Things, because IoT is responsible for a smooth transition of edge computing in the future. And the companies who have hugely invested in this technology are Microsoft, Amazon's AWS, because Amazon's AWS cloud infrastructure is totally based on IoT, and also Cisco. So these are the companies to watch out for if you are trying to find any services of IoT as well as employment related to IoT.
What will happen if one day all of your electronic devices starts talking to each other and to you as well? Wonderful, isn't it? Assume your wake-up alarm is connected to your water heater, which is connected to your bread toaster and music system, and all are connected to the internet, working in coordination with each other for your comfort. So that as you wake up in the morning, you will get a warm shower and soon after that a hot meal while listening to your favorite music. Well, that's just one example of Internet of Things. Internet of Things.
On number 4, we have DevOps. So whenever we talk about development operations, as the name says DevOps, it talks about software development and operations management. So it's a mix of these two things, and that's how this technology has been built. So whenever we talk about DevOps, this is a technology which has been ruling the top 10 category, and that too in the top 5 categories, such as NASA, Netflix, and also Cisco, who has hugely invested in this particular technology. And with the introduction of data operations, data ops, DevOps has definitely in the world of IoT.
As it is a formula. To understand what DevOps is, to understand the problem, we have to look at the factors involved. The goal of an operations team is to deliver reliable service to the customer. If the service or application isn't running, the service isn't providing any value to the company. Operations generally has some of the most important business processes, and their services often depend on fragile infrastructure and applications. These tools were designed to do one thing well, and designed with operations teams, security, and network stability in mind. They were fragile in the sense that if we touched them wrong, they blew up, causing outages and huge amounts of unplanned work. Developers, on the other hand, are responsible for fulfilling promises by a specified deadline. The moment a developer sees an urgent project put into queue, oftentimes a promise has already been made to the outside world. Now they have to do whatever they can to meet the deadline, cut corners, focus only on core features, and often leave no time for steps like QA or performance testing that happens later in the development cycle. A division between the two teams has become an industry standard. Their priorities and responsibilities sit on opposite ends of the workload spectrum. This misalignment causes the workload to snowball between the two teams. There is often no feedback loop between developers and operations, leading to incompatible deliverables. This causes weeks, if not months of rework, as the two teams attempt to realign their efforts. Ultimately, they repeat this process of working without feedback, spiraling the project beyond the timeline and out of control. This friction creates conflict and hinders morale within a company as the teams struggle to accomplish their goals and the workload queue continues to stack higher against them. Fortunately, there is a better way. The term DevOps originated as a way to define a modern corporate philosophy that helps development teams and operations teams collaborate effectively together. The overall goal of DevOps is to build an environment which fosters building better quality software quicker, with more reliability, and security.
So on number 3 we have hyper automation. So most of you might not be familiar with this word hyper automation because we have heard about the term automation. So what is hyper automation? It is a combination of two technologies, RPA, which is robotics process automation, and machine learning. A lot of you might be familiar with it. So it's a combination of these two technologies which together form hyper automation. And hyper automation is going to be, or it is expected to be, a biggest boom in this year by the end of year. And companies such as Wipro and Infosys are right now hugely investing in the research and development of this particular technology. So this is also one technology to
Hello
watch out
guys.
for.
How are you? Have you heard about hyperautomation before? It goes by many names. Gartner calls it hyperautomation. Forrester calls it digital process automation. And IDC calls it intelligent process automation. Hyperautomation is number 1 on Gartner Top 10 Strategic Technology Trends for 2020. Hyperautomation deals with the application of advanced technologies, including AI and machine learning, to increasingly automate processes and augment humans. Hyperautomation extends across a range of tools that can be automated, but also refers to the sophistication of the automation, that is, discover, analyze, design, automate, measure, monitor, reassess. As no single tool can replace humans, hyperautomation today involves a combination of tools, including robotic process automation, RPA, intelligent business management software, IBPMs, and AI, with the goal of increasingly AI-driven decision-making. Hyperautomation combines these wide array of technologies to enable the modern workforce, transform through business and IT alignment, leverage AI to enable end-to-end automation, provide important insight into ROI from automation. According to Gartner Research Director Manju Natpa, robots aren't here to take away our jobs, they're here to give us a promotion. By 2025, Gartner predicts that roughly 2 million jobs will actually be created by AI.
On number 2 we have cybersecurity. This is my personal favorite. The reason, I have a master's degree in cybersecurity. I mean, I'm about to complete my master's because I just left it in the middle. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is this is one technology which will be there forever, at least for next 20-30 years. Maybe if we get something advanced in cybersecurity, then yes, we might have to take off our hands from cybersecurity. What is the reason why cybersecurity is so special and a lot of companies are investing? With the widespread of information technology, like for example, earlier we used to have companies who are a part of technology related products and services used to invest in IT security and stuff like this. But with the companies emerging and trying to globalize them, trying to market themselves in the digital world, what's happening is companies who are technology related and non-technology related are also investing hugely in the information technology related stuff. So when the IT information technology increases and the resources of IT increases, what happens is the risk for IT security also increases. So when there is a high demand, there is a high supply. So that's why cybersecurity will play a very key role going forward for years to come in trying to secure the IT environments across the year after year. We see an increase in the budget of cybersecurity assigned by the companies. The reason is because of the high security risk, and companies such as IBM, HackerOne and Avast are hugely investing and developing the platforms which will be utilized by other companies to secure their information technology
advanced
resources.
technology in your phone than it took to get America to the moon. The apps and games of today were the subject of science fiction just 30 years ago. But with technology changing so fast, it can be hard to know what's going to happen next, or where the next threat is going to come from. As someone raised with advanced modern technology, you have experience that experts a few decades ago would never have imagined. And you're going to have opportunities to turn that experience into a profitable career. This presentation is a quick introduction to the growing field of cybersecurity and how to get started on the path to a cybersecurity job. Cybersecurity is usually defined as the use of techniques or skills to protect data, networks, and systems from attack. Everyone knows someone who's been hacked, or has had their identity stolen, or even just lost control of their Facebook for a few hours. And there's always bigger attacks in the news. Data breaches at major companies means that millions of people can have their data stolen and sold on the black market. Hackers can use this data to make money, find more data to sell, or even ruin their victims' lives just for the fun of it. That's where cybersecurity comes in. Cybersecurity experts are the ones who are able to fight cyber criminals on their own turf, stopping them from accessing important information and keeping people safe. There's currently a cybersecurity skills shortage in the United States. There simply aren't enough people to fill all of the available jobs, and the problem keeps getting bigger. See, hackers don't have to be smart. The internet is full of tutorials about how to use pre-made scripts and attacks to wreck someone else's day.
On number 1, we have AI as a service. Yes, you heard it right. Because most of us are used to hearing AI, just AI, but now we will be having AI as artificial intelligence as a service. So what is this technology? This technology is sounding to be a little expensive for now, but this year is expected to be the biggest year in this particular technology in the information technology market. And companies who are investing in this particular technology are investing with a vision that they want to develop and move their resources to AI as a service and become the leading service providers of AI as a service in the information technology. So, the companies who are hugely investing are Microsoft, Intel, Google, and there are many others. But these 3 names are the biggest leaders in this particular technology. Alright guys, that's it for today, and we have covered the remaining ones in the part 1, and this is going to be the part 2 for top 10 technologies to look forward in the year 2020. So if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and have a nice day until next time.